I think it's what is also, it's, oh, I'm trying to think, not contagious. It's,
I don't know. I don't know where you're
it's
going with
something,
this.
it, you know,
Infectious?
it what?
Infectious, is that the
Yes,
word?
yes. I wanted to say that without using that word.
I know.
But that was
So I'll
kind of
say it for you.
is the only word that I can think of.
Yeah.
But it does. You know, and creativity begets creativity, and it helps other people feel that too.
I think it's super important because it'll get you through the mundane times as well, you know, because everything like, you know, you look at what Chyler does, or, you know, when I'm out playing music and stuff, it's like it seems all glamorous and everything, but there's a lot of tedious work that has to be done. And there's a lot of things that, you know, that aren't so pleasant, you know, parts of it as well. And I think, you know, it's not always just a creative process, you know? And so I think that passion helps you to really make sure that you know, kind of give your very best at whatever you're doing, you know, on all aspects of that. I think that's really important.
And
right?
if you're passionate about it, you can find joy in what you're doing. And that's really important too. I think
Yeah.
those should go hand in hand. It's not always easy. It's not always to like immediately feel passionate about what you're doing, because sometimes it's just hard. It's hard work. And sometimes you just gotta fight.
Grind it out.
Yeah, you gotta grind it out. You gotta fight through it. But you know, even if that little bit of passion is like this tiny little itty bitty seed, like that's all it takes to just grow into a beautiful tree that brings life and oxygen. I don't know.
They keep both inspired. That's good. That's good. Thank you.
Yes.
The passion fruit tree.
Passion fruit tree.
Yeah. Okay, this is for both of you, but Nathan, we'll start with you. From Pamela in New Jersey and Emma in Argentina, how would you describe the feeling of being on stage performing for an audience, and what do you miss the most about it?
I miss everything about it. I miss the connectivity. It's definitely there's something, you know, so beautiful about when we're all kind of singing together, you know, and sharing those moments. It's really about the experience, and I'm enjoying it just as much as I think everyone else out there is, like in the crowd. You know, I've always said this, that like I don't get nervous, you know, because I don't see it as a it's not about me. And I know I say that a lot, but I sound like a broken record, but I mean it. Like, it's just not about me. I'm there just to have just as much fun, you know. It's just my position is to actually make that happen. Like, I kind of get to drive, you know, I get to steer.
It's
you know,
not
the
a
ship.
performance, it's an experience.
Yeah,
and
it's
you
a
are
collective
incredible at
experience.
that.
Yeah. So I miss seeing everyone's faces. I miss like all the, you know, the hugs and just connecting, you know. And even when I'm on stage, one of my favorite things to do is, as a lot of you know, is like I love to look people in the eyes when I'm singing, you know. And there's total, like, complete intent, you know, intention behind it. See what I did there? A little intention,
Nice,
huh?
nice little segue.
I have, no, but I mean, it's just really special because it's like I do it, but it's like I kind of follow my heart on it. I don't, like, you know, oh, I'm gonna look at this person and this person. It's like just in a moment, I'm scanning the crowd and I can see someone, and just something in my heart says they need to hear these words, and so I'll turn and sing this one line to that person, or, you know, jumping off stage and doing that, go and give someone a hug. You know, I love breaking the boundaries of it. I just think it's a collective experience, and music's such a beautiful thing. I love music.
Yeah.
That's why I became a musician, because I love it so much. And
a prime example of passion.
there you go.
there you go.
See?
Okay, so that's kind of a good segue into our next question. This is from Priscilla in Brazil, again for both of you. If your life were a movie, what music must be included in the soundtrack?
That's you.
I think I think whimsical kind of music. I think kind of like I'm trying to think of a good example. I mean, like, so like the movie Chocolat, like that kind of music, that sort of, it's kind of in my head all the time.
Yeah.
I think stuff like that, it makes the most sense, because sometimes I just can't put words to my life or how I'm feeling. You know, Nathan and I talk about it all the time. Like, we walk around and we're just talking out loud to ourselves all the time.
Yeah.
And so I think it's like if I had like little do 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 music going on, it would. I think, I think that would make the most sense.
Yes. How about you, Nathan? Any?
Oh, I no comment.
Okie doke.
Just gonna let that one sit right there.
Metallica.
All right. So
No,
sticking
I would agree there.
on the
I love
music
that.
theme then. So Manuela from Italy, Elle from England, and Abby from Canada. For you, Nathan, any plans to release more music this year?
Absolutely. I am currently working on a few more tracks and then put those out here relatively soon. I would say, probably kind of more springtime, really trying to line things up for a release, obviously this summer of the whole album. But, I'm trying
With
something
the
a
three
little.
songs that you put out already.
Yeah, with the 3 songs, so it's kind of like accumulate into around 11 or 12 songs total. But I'm thinking about releasing a few more songs on the road to getting there, because there's been a lot of transition and stuff for us as well. And like, I mean, I'm kind of back and forth. What was,
Yeah.
and so I'm kind of doing this album remotely. But I'm actually gonna be doing some stuff with my blog space that I have on there, on Modern Icon. Start doing some video elements and stuff and posting about the process. So people will definitely, if you tune into that, you'll definitely know kind of like the what's kind of going on, the 411.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Well, I can tell you we definitely got a lot of comments about that, Nathan, just people asking for, your thoughts on music and maybe even some music lessons, if you plan to
yeah, I love that stuff. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I know people will look forward to that. I know this question comes up a couple times, but so many people asked it. Leah from France asked it more globally, but so many people asked individually. When this pandemic is over, do you intend to take another world tour?
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
like the first thing I'm gonna do. I just want to get our big group together, and we're planning out. So there's a lot that goes into it, obviously, but absolutely, I want to be out there and touring. Of course, everyone that's a musician is going to be out there touring. So
Yeah.
it might take a minute to kind of like navigate and make it all work, and we might do it in pieces and do runs for a couple weeks, right, and then take a couple weeks off or something, and just. But I definitely plan on filling up like a whole calendar year with travel, and again going to a lot of new places and stuff. I just love the intimacy of the concerts. It's not always about filling these like stadiums and doing these kind of bigger things. I love the bigger shows. I love the small shows. It's an amazing experience all around. So I can't wait.
Okay.
Really.
Well, I've got a few more because again, we got so many, so I'm just trying to cram in
That's fine.
we can. Chyler, this one's for you. Has playing the role of Alex I'm sorry, it's Yasmin from Brazil, by the way. Has playing the role of Alex Danvers fighting bad made you believe in yourself more?
Oh, absolutely. I didn't think I was capable of pulling off something like that. But we're gonna have a little visitor here.
Well, we said we might get that.
It's fine. Hey, buddy.
Maybe.
He will.
Oh,
He's
here
gonna
he
He's
comes. Here he
gonna
comes.
show up right now.
There
There
he
he
is.
is.
Right on time, buddy.
It's who everybody really cares about. Seeing.
That's right.
This
Tell
guy.
me how many-
And I love that he sits there so stoically. He's just like
He's
just
a
a profile.
Admire me, humans.
Total mind control here.
Absolutely. Look at him stealing the show. It does. It makes me push myself and believe in myself a little bit more in ways that I didn't think. For so long I've played characters that were just a little bit more on the not bubbly side, but on the lighter side. And so taking this role and I've said it, Nathan believed in me way before I did, and just seeing what this character would be and being able to do the physical stunts and things like that. I love it. Like for me, it just kind of, I don't know, gets my adrenaline going. And he's done. He's like, you didn't ask
I
me a
made my
question.
cameo.
It does. It gets my adrenaline, pumping, and it's just kind of like I see myself in a little bit more powerful. And I like to think that if I had to go out and fight crime, I could really kick someone's ass. But then I'd be like, yeah, but they'd need to know the exact
That's what I
counter
was gonna
moves.
say. They'd be like,
It's like,
like,
okay, duck.
wait, stand
Okay.
right there. Don't move. Perfect.
I'd like to say that I could hold my own, but I'm not really sure that's.
I don't know though. It's actually quite impressive watching her. And then the training they do, they've done in the past and stuff to kind of get ready for that. When she was first starting out, it was, I think it was a bit of a grind for you there.
Mhm.
And, but she really, another example of passion because she was so passionate about the role,
Yeah.
She put in the hard work and did it. And it's cool to watch her do those moves and go through all that stuff and do her stunts.
That's right.
It's kind of badass.
All right, 3 more questions. Heather in the UK and Blauen in France, I hope I pronounced that correctly as well. Do you have a favorite season?
Oh, that's a tough one because they're all so different. I loved so much about season 1, just establishing everything and really kind of finding our footing, no pun intended. But I really loved season 4 as well. And this season 6, is really, really, really special. And we're working really hard to just round out such a beautiful story and the show. And, it's bittersweet for sure. But we're definitely putting all that heart and soul into it this season. So I look forward to seeing what happens because I don't usually know. So,
We
but I
all
know
do.
it's going to be really good. So
Okay, and Leonie from Germany, do you have a spirit animal? And if so, what is it?
yeah, I mean, I've always loved wolves. That's kind of always,
Yeah.
but you said it. You said it this morning. It was really cute.
What?
You said I was your kitty cat.
Yeah.
So I'm probably a cat. I'd say definitely a cat. And what was the second part of that?
That was it.
Do you have-
Well, if you have one, and what is it, and then maybe why, but you kind of said that a little bit, so.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have one.
I think you
Can
do.
someone help me find one? I don't know if I have one.
I think you do.
Yeah?
Yeah. I have,
Is it like, well, no, because you'll get mad at me if I say something.
what?
No.
No,
What is
now you
it?
gotta say it. Whisper it.
What is it?
Whisper
No.
it.
What is it?
What?
What is it? What am I?
What are you?
Yoda? No. I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know
That's
if I
okay.
have one.
This is supposed to be fun and relaxing for you, so you can think about that. Maybe
I'm
next
going to have to now
question.
ponder this forever
There
and
you
figure
go.
it out. I'm going to
Yeah.
be perplexed.
That
Yeah.
Thank you. Good Scrabble word.
could be a to-do list task for us, and that'll be something to
Actually,
think
that's
about,
a
right?
great one. I think
Yeah,
we
That's
should
a really
do
good one. That's
that.
fun.
That
What's
is
your spirit
fun.
animal and why?
There you go. There we go. Okay, and then final question from Fernanda in Mexico, Isabella in Ohio, Michelle in Scotland, Delaney in Missouri, and Lisa in England. What is your favorite part of Create Change, and what do you want to achieve in the next couple of years?
Our community is
Yeah.
the best part
That's
of
exactly what I was
this.
going to say.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, it's the community and the fact that we were able to get the wheels turning and the ball rolling, but it's really like this, the sustainability is within the community. And it's, seeing that support for one another. And again, like all this passion coming up and people being able to inspire and encourage one another. That's really like the gold that comes from
Yeah.
this. We get to stretch our wings, yourself included, Cindy, like, from the Create Change team, we get to stretch our wings and I think you're an owl. And we get to, or like a falcon, you're a bird for sure. I don't know why. I feel like you're like, sorry, coming back now.
Maybe a pigeon?
You're definitely not a pigeon. Not that there's anything wrong with pigeons.
No.
Let's just be real about this. Yeah, that's where I was going with it. What would you say?
Where did you finish up with it?
That you're not a pigeon.
Oh, No, I thought we were talking about Great Change.
Which we
My
were,
mind
and kind
was
of
like
segue. That's the joy of these live streams. They, segue. But so from your perspective, Nathan, I mean, community obviously I think is probably something that we would all answer, because
Yeah,
it's
I
so
think
diverse and so global. But
yes.
go ahead. What's your thoughts? And then also, do you have like some dreams that you'd like to achieve in the next couple of years with Create Change?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got a really big dream, eventually, of actually breaking ground on a project that, we could actually have. And this is a very big dream, there's a project that I've always kind of had in the back of my mind of bringing together all the elements of entertainment, almost like a production company. But that really has a main focus on charity and on either telling stories and stuff that are in line with like that are kind of exposing an issue or a problem, down to just inspirational stories of people that have helped and overcome and changed people's lives by being that person to with a heart of gold that was supposed to help people, So I think there's a lot to it. Right now, though, we're just having fun growing the community and really establishing a sense of that collective connection. I love being able to see faces and names and people, that come on to these lives, or when they're writing in the comments, like in the blogs and stuff, and seeing their little icon come up, or their little their avatar, or whatever, their picture, and seeing that and knowing who that is. I think that's really cool.
Cool.
It really truly is a sense of community, and we're all in it together to figure this out. It's like we are leading the way, but this whole idea isn't like, hey, let's do a little show for you and entertain you. This is really about, hey, let's figure this out. There's a lot of problems in the world. We have a lot of creativity. We're all kind of good people coming together. Let's do something about it. Let's do something. And we have plans this year alone, like for Create Change, where we're going to go somewhere here. We're not just going to sit here and talk about change. We want to actually continue to create it. We know it happens a lot individually, but I'm talking on a collective, like global level. There's a reason we're all coming together. And I think it's about time that we take that and show the world what we can do. Whether we inspire an idea for other people to help create change, maybe some bigger organizations, or we do something ourselves to actually create change, affect positive change in the world. I think that should be our goal every year, making sure that we do that as a collective, as a community. We all come together for a reason. So
I love that. That's great. And it's a perfect segue into kind of what we wanted to talk about next, which is this whole issue that we've all been focusing on at the beginning of the year of intentions.
Yes.
Kind of got kicked off with Connolly's blog or essay called Setting Intentions. And we got have a nice visit with her last Sunday, to just kind of get her thoughts and her inspiration for putting that together. So I know you both responded really positively to that. So I figured I'd just chat a little bit about intentions and what this means for you guys and for Create Change for all of us.
Absolutely. Well, and just first off, I mean, Matthew and Connolly are absolute, like, they're stars. We just love them. Like, just their heart, the heart of gold, both of them, and having their insight and everything, it just really, I think, it's brought so much to the team.
Absolutely.
And it's just nice to have that professional opinion as well, and in the insight, like that insight is so important. So setting intention was such a great blog. It really, talk about inspiration. Like, I was straight up like, this is, we got to roll with this. We got to do something with this, with our community. And I love the idea of the 40 days. And there's
if you haven't read it, I would encourage anybody to just take a few minutes and read it. It's on the Together We Can section of Modern Icon. Just check it out, because it's just something that is very inspirational, and it just kind of gives you something to focus on? I know obviously in, you know, your
Well,
intention
in light
set,
of too what's going on in the world, it just in the sense of like there's a lot up in the air. You know, you hear a lot. You know, it's said that there's a lot of things. You know, the only thing that's certain is everything's uncertain, right? Right now, and so it's hard to like. How do you take and, you know, I'm gonna write out, this is, you know, my goals for the year, or, you know, and or this is my New Year's resolution, and, you know, some of that is so out of our hands and out of our control. You kind of have to, I don't want to say dial it back, because it's so important to have a direction, but it's, I think what's so brilliant about setting intentions is the idea that, you know, I have a plan, I know where I want to go, I know what I want, but I'm also okay with the idea that this isn't all in my control. I can't just make it happen because I want it to happen, right?
it kind of takes some of the pressure off of feeling like if you don't hit this one thing that you failed.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
that's where
It's not like a win or lose. It's like being on that journey, you know, of personal change and going after something, especially when you know, like all odds, you know, are kind of against you, right? Or odds are against you. It's like, I think that's the beauty of it. It's like, hey, I'm still here. I'm still moving forward. I don't know what's coming, but I know what I want. I know where my heart lies. I know where my focus is, but I'm willing to, like, I'm going to trust here a little bit, you know, outside of my own comfort zone, and go after what I believe in, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, and
you know?
what's really beautiful too is what we're seeing from the Create Change community, because people are kind of taking that and running with it.
Absolutely.
And again, it's like encouragement within this community, and reaching out and, you know, kind of expanding it further and seeing, I'm sure you're going to bring it up, Cindy, but with the to-do list that we had this past week was just awesome, because it's something so simple, you know, but it really says so much. It's about, you know, just to recap, it was taking your intentions, what was it, I think 3 to 5 intentions, and to post them somewhere that you know you're going to see. And it didn't have to be some place where everybody else in the house, or even if it's just yourself, but like, you know, if there's anybody else that was going to come over or be there and see it, it's a personal thing, you know, but at the same time, sharing it is inspiring for other people to go like,
to see it
wow,
every day, though,
I had that same intention. And it makes people, feel that you do have something to focus on. You do have somewhere that